Hi Scrappers, Tom from the iScrap app, and this tariff update video is being recorded in September 2018. For those of you that may be watching days, weeks, months, or years from when it was actually recorded, we always want to make sure you know the timestamp on it so you're not misconstrued when you're searching online and looking for different pieces of information on the scrap market. Now, in other videos, we've talked about the overall tariff scheme in 2018. We've talked about positive circumstances and situations that could occur, and now we're going to talk about things that could be negative. Now, negative, no deals being put into place. Now, we've talked about potential deals being put in before June 2019. That would be a really positive sign. That would be about 12 months from when the tariff started. If we're able to negotiate deals between the US and Canada, the US and Turkey, the US and Canada, China, Turkey, Pakistan, other countries that are being affected by these tariffs, that's a really positive thing. But let's unfortunately talk about the negative. What if no deals get put into place? Now, we've explained how higher tariffs are going to affect the scrap prices in a negative way, opposite of what normally happens when oil goes up, gas prices go up. When copper prices go up, scrap prices go up. But when these tariffs are being put into place and all of these foreign countries have to come up with 10 to 25% more money to pay these tariffs to the US, they're grabbing that 10 to 25% directly from the scrap market. So we're hoping that that gets eliminated, but what happens if it doesn't? Well, if it doesn't happen, we're going to continue to see a decreased and depressed scrap market on aluminum and steel. What you will see happening online, you're going to see the trading prices of scrap steel, the raw prices of scrap steel, the raw prices of new aluminum product are going to continue to go up and stay up, and everyone's going to think that scrap yards are robbing these manufacturers of scrap, the scrappers of the scrap prices, because those prices are going to be down. Do not think that that is the case. This is one of those rare situations where the price of the raw product is the opposite of what the scrap product is. Very rarely are you going to see oil prices go to $100, $150 a barrel and see gas prices fall, because those things shouldn't happen. They should be right in a line. The scrap steel and the aluminum markets are having, the opposite magnetic effect. Instead of that magnet pulling itself together, these two magnets are they can't get there. They're just going back and forth, and they're not able to really get a good grasp on what's happening. So it's really, really difficult to figure out what's going to go on. But if we do not strike deals with these larger foreign governments on the tariff, I don't like to use the word war, but the tariff battles, whatever you want to say, we're going to continue to see a depressed and decreased steel market, depressed and decreased aluminum market for scrap. And the hardest part for scrap yards to explain to the larger producers of scrap, to the scrappers, to anyone that may be coming across scrap, is why the prices are so low when the raw prices are so high. It is so difficult to explain, and the answer continues to be tariffs. These foreign exporters, these foreign furnaces, smelters, ingot makers, they need to come up with 10 to 25% more money than they did before the tariffs were implemented. And the only way to do it easily for them is by buying scrap cheaper. And by buying scrap cheaper, the foreign companies will make up their tariffs, but then the domestic companies inside of the US, they get the added benefit of lower scrap prices, and they get to tack on maybe 10 or 15% more, or 5% in the case of aluminum, to their products, and still they can have cheaper prices than the foreign countries. They get the cheaper scrap prices. For the companies inside of the US, it's a win-win. For the scrappers, it's a lose-lose. For these large companies that are producing scrap, it is a lose-lose, because they're producing scrap, They have to buy product, raw steel and aluminum at higher prices. So now they might have to charge more money for their cars, technological things like phones, TVs, appliances. That's going to push higher prices to us, the US consumer, and we will be hurt. So we're trying to think optimistic, but we want to see both sides of the coin. And if we're not able to strike deals by June 2019, again, these are rough dates that I'm throwing out there, then we're going to see a very decreased scrap market for the foreseeable future. Please comment below. Let us know your thoughts on where the tariffs and the potential trade battles are. We will always respond to you, and we'd love to see what other people are thinking. Guys, this was recorded in September 2018. This is Tom from the iScrap app. I'll scrap you later.